Hi guys, just wanted to share with you my process for creating a custom Midori passport size notebook insert. So I gathered my materials here, everything that I'm going to need. I'm going to bind it with a thread, you'll also see that in the video. And as you can see here, the materials I'm using are the Fabriano dotted grid paper here. You can see that. I'm using this because Fabriano has great quality, and well, it's the only thing I have lying around, and I like how it's dotted, so it's good for like bullet journaling or even like sketching. And these are the tearaway pages, so it's perfect for this project. And the sizing is also very great as well. As you can see here, the size is really similar to the passport already, so that's that. I also use this to practice like my hand lettering, so I'm totally beginner at it, but yeah, need to get back to that. So I'm using that as my paper, and I need this awl here to poke the holes through the pages, and I just got this on Amazon. And also bought this rotary cutter as well on Amazon as well, and this will help me just trim off the pages. Here, got this silver metallic thread here, any thread will do, and I got this at the dollar store. And I'm going to need the, what do you call this, the cutting board, right? You're going to need a cutting board to protect your surface, and then you need a thick needle. And I bought this green, very beautiful textured cardstock paper, just scrapbooking paper at Michael's. It's really similar to the Midori passport covers. As you can see, it's like very lightly like textured there. So I thought this color would go really well with the orange that I have, and also the light blue. So I just wanted this as my third notebook, so I could like make lists and cross stuff off, throughout my week. As I already have the weekly and the calendar inserts, this will be my blank dotted insert notebook. And you're gonna need 2 clips to secure it. So I just took out the pages and lined them up to the edge of the cardboard or cardstock, and I just wanted to make sure that it's exactly flush to the edge, and then I'm going to be cutting it. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video. So here I'm just making sure that when I do fold it, it will be equal on both sides. The worst thing that will happen is when you fold it, it's not the same on both sides, and that can be a very big bummer. So I'm just like triple checking that my measurements are correct. The clips are great to secure the edge of the pages so that they do not move, so I definitely suggest you do secure it with 2 clips on each side. Here I'm just making sure I'm marking down where it will be folded, so it's just something that I can see in reference later on when I do fold it. Now what I'm doing is I'm drawing 5 dots down the middle, and the points will be where I make my holes, and you would need 5 to do the saddle stitching. I used about 1 inch in increments. Now I just take my awl and I just poke the holes. It's definitely a lot more work than it looks like. Make sure you're pushing down all the way to the bottom onto your cutting board. And the last hole. And when you're done, you just take your thread and you thread it through the needle. Make sure you get the thicker type of needle so it's strong enough. The one I used here was a little too thick, so next time definitely we'll use a thinner needle. This is very basic saddle stitch. You can also just use like a stapler if you wish. It's definitely much faster, but I didn't have a heavy-duty stapler. My pages that I used, there's only 10 pages in thickness. I definitely could have, I think, used a stapler, but I definitely wanted to try out saddle stitching. And there's like a lot of videos on YouTube here, so if you just do a quick search, there's many tutorials on how to do a simple saddle stitch. I made a mistake here by tying the knots on the outside. Definitely, it looks better on the inside. Here I am struggling to pull it over on the inside and retying it. I will link the video for the saddle stitching that I was referring to below in the description. And there you go, that's the saddle stitch, and I'm just trimming the cover off. It is easier just to trim it with a rotary cutter. This is kind of the nerve-wracking part. I have to make sure everything is straight, or my book will be crooked, and that's not good. I'm just removing all the excess pages, and by cutting it, each layer comes off, and then I get to the bottom and the bottom cover. And there you go, that's a very clean, smooth cut. I'm pretty happy with it. And now I'm doing the side. Same process. But first I'm just bending it over, making sure it's down centered in the middle. It would be helpful if you have a bone, what do you call it? The file thing that you use to bend the pages. And here I'm just making sure from the top to bottom of the book, including the covers, that it's all straight and ready to go, and I cut through it all, and there you go. That's the finished product. So just to show you the threading work here, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, looks great. That's the inside. Pretty happy with the outcome. It did not take too long. And there's the notebook. So the next step some people would want to do is put it between a book press. I don't have a book press, so I'll probably just put it between some books just to kind of like secure the pages, press them closer together so it lays flat, doesn't open like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.